another example of how we make it all about us is the favorite quiet time verse, right? Be still and know that I am God, Psalm 46:10. Well, do you know that verse has nothing to do with sitting in your prayer closet, opening your Bible, and getting quiet with God? No, that's not what it's talking about. It's talking about being still and marveling at God's release of power as he comes back to the earth to take over and evict wickedness. It's actually an incredibly violent and intense scene. If you go read it, Psalm 46:10, he's saying, if you read the next words, and this is classic, we cut off the end of verses all the time because they don't serve what we want. So it says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted in the earth. I will be exalted in the nations. God is saying, and if you read before it, it's like the nations are trembling and quaking and rebelling, and the prophet or David probably is writing the psalm, and it's like, what's going on here? And God's like, don't get yourself all bunched up over this. I will come. I will be exalted. I will silence the opposition. Be still, marvel at my power, marvel at my plan, marvel at my takeover of the earth when Christ returns. That's what it's calling us into. But of course, we take the verse out of context and make it about us. What I want. Well, okay, I need to be still. It's good to have a quiet time. It's good to be still with the Lord. I'm down. But that's not what that verse is saying. Other popular ones, Romans 8:28, for we know that all things work together for good for those who love God or conform and are called according to his purpose. Well, we normally just stop at those who love God. But it says who are called according to his purpose. What's that? Read the next verse, 8:29. For those he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, crucified, gave up his life, did not count equality with God something to be grasped, but willingly took on the form of a servant. Another favorite, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Paul's not talking about hitting home runs and winning championships. He's talking about enduring hardship and being shipwrecked and left for dead and all these kinds of things. So we have a problem in the West where we take things out of context, we make it all about us, and yet God has a bigger plan. He has bigger things at stake. He does care about you, but he cares about his plan. He's a king with a kingdom. We say those words, your kingdom come, your will be done. We don't even think about it because, again, in the West, in the U.S., we don't have a king, and we're not used to that thinking. But oh my gosh, the story of God is so much bigger than any one of us, and he wants to save you, but he wants you to be involved in his global salvation plan, his global come back to earth plan, his global plan, and we need to get our eyes open, and it starts sometimes with looking at these scriptures in a fresh light.